This is Kirito HD Gaming coming at you with Thatcher's Best Attachments Guide. Let's get started. Right before we jump into Thatcher, one, he uses the same weapon as Sledge, so the L8 5A2 compensator and vertical grip. Compensator and angle grip are your best choices. If you want to use angle grip, it's mainly for reloading, which is better for more pre-firing that you do because you're going to be reloading more often. And then you could use horizontal if you want to pick up with some of the speed, which actually might be more valid for Thatcher because he is a one speed. So using a horizontal grip for the L8 5A2 is probably actually a valid option because he is a one speed. But yeah, and before we start into the sledge, basically this is what I'm using for the LA 5A2 for sledge, and this is what I'm using for his Mark II Reaper. Okay, let's get into Thatcher real quick. Compensator, same go. But I will be testing him out more on the horizontal now, just because he is a one speed, and see how it goes. And I will show real quick how the recoil real quick is, just to show it again. I'm not gonna go all into depth. I'm just gonna shoot it once. Kind of what it looks like. But oh, that was from actually 7 meters. That's why it looks so good too. 10 meters. Only submachine guns get about 7 in my opinion. 12 meters, this is about 12. What it is 12 actually. That's what it looks like. Not too bad, not too shabby. Okay, now DMR, muzzle brake always. If you want to use suppressor, you can. Vertical grip, does have a 3.2 second reload. We'll test out the angled and horizontal grip and see how it goes. But let's get into the actual AR-33 flash hider. We're gonna try flash, comp, and suppress. We're not gonna try muzzle. Like I said in my other video, muzzle is gonna be basically single fire pistols. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We're gonna try muzzle out just because I know there's some full autos that muzzle's good on. So, okay, vertical grip. We're trying it with vertical grip first. Basically, let's just do this real quick. That's vertical grip with compensator, and this is what it would be like with the recoil control. Do one more mag because I like to do 2 mags to be thorough. Kind of messed it up at the end, right? I kind of messed it up a little bit with those couple of bullets, but everything's basically in the middle. That's basically what it looks like with... actually, that's flash hider. I take that back. I thought that was compensator. That is flash hider. That's flash hider with vertical grip. That's actually not bad, I guess, for flash hider. Definitely not to my liking. Okay, let's try comp with vertical grip. Okay, start from the bottom. There's that. And now let's shoot 2 mags in the middle. So first mag. And the second mag. That's the difference between those two. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Personal preference. I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be personal preference. Flash hider stays in the middle, but I feel like over time you can mess up with flash hider, because I did mess up with the 3 shots. That could have completely messed up all my recoil. I didn't really mess up with compensator. It was just basically straight up and down with, some side to side. Me personally, like I said, I have more problems with horizontal, so I'm going to stick with compensator. Um, now we're gonna try the other options after we try muzzle brake and suppressor real quick. Only gonna try one mag though with these attachments. Oh shit. That's what muzzle brake looks like. Now we're gonna try suppressor. Suppressor actually not that bad. It's actually kind of valid. Okay, my opinion, my option, muzzle brake ain't bad either. Honestly, muzzle brake ain't bad. Like honestly, I mean, maybe if I shot more mags, it would have been different. But this is what my go-to for vertical grip is with these attachments. Your valid options, in my opinion, is compensator and suppressor. Muzzle brake, you could use. Um, we'll try. We'll have to try the first shot recoil real quick. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Start from the bottom. I'm not gonna do the full auto. About that much space with suppressor. I'm not gonna really try all of them out. I'm just gonna try the suppressor from the muzzle. Let's see. So as you can see, definitely first shot recoil was definitely good. As like that is probably a big difference between a headshot and no headshot in some cases. Dead serious. Especially if you're aiming high, like for instance, if you're aiming like at the tip of the head and not like down here. If it's down here, it's not gonna make a difference. But if you're aiming at tip of the head, it could make a difference. So honestly, I'm gonna be honest. For this gun, it does have a somewhat of a difference that you can see on the first shot recoil. So in my opinion, compensator, suppressor, and muzzle brake are all good options. Flash hider is also a good option. So in theory, you can use all four. I think your best scenario would be compensator and suppressor majority of the time, if you can just handle the first shot recoil, and it would be basically just a straight up and down beam, because there's no horizontal once you put comp on this really. I mean, there is slightly, but not as badly as if you were to use flash hider. Me personally, I'm actually going to mess around with comp, suppress, and muzzle brake here and there, but that is with vertical grip. Now we're going to try out horizontal, because horizontal with him might actually be a good option. So that's compensator and horizontal. That's not bad at all, actually. Let's try flash. Actually, you know what? Let's just leave it here, actually. See, this just stays in the middle, basically, with some of it to the left and right, barely. This, middle and straight to the right. Okay. Let's try muzzle brake. I'm just trying to try everything out so everyone can see everything. Muzzle brake, I'm telling you, I might actually like muzzle brake. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause like muzzle brake even looks better for compensator. It looks better than compensator. The only thing is for some odd reason compensator has a little bit better. up and down than muzzle does. But muzzle brakes horizontal doesn't look bad at all, actually. The muzzle brake is a very questionable attachment for full autos, because sometimes it can be a good option and sometimes it could just bite you in the ass. And that's my opinion. And now we try suppressor.
Cybersecurity guidelines can be found under personal terminal.
Even suppressor's not bad. Yeah. Even suppressor's not bad with horizontal grip. So honestly, this gun is just overall really good. Let's try angle grip 2.64 and then 3.3. Honestly, angle grip might not be a bad option on this weapon because it only has 26 bullets. I'll be honest. But let's just start with the suppressor off the bat. Okay, let's see. This suppressor with angle grip. Jeez, this just looks smooth as butter. Kind of messed up at those top shots. Kind of let go of the analog a little. Let's try flash hider now. Flash hider. Try compensator. Oh, it kind of messed up on that one. I let that get out of control a little bit right there. Yeah, I kind of messed up on that one.
All specialists must check in with Dr. Pandey before deploying.
Kind of messed up on that one. I won't lie. Let's try muzzle brake now. Telling you, muzzle brake is unbelievable, bro. Yeah. Might have to go muzzle brake. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be muzzle brake. Muzzle brake actually won. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even defend compensator anymore. I really can't. Flash hider don't look that bad either. But muzzle brake, it has a very high first shot recoil. That's why I think muzzle brake wins. And it doesn't really have much horizontal. That's why I think using compensator kind of screwed it up. Because it really doesn't have, like, we could try comp real quick again. And I'm telling you, I really think it makes the horizontal worse because it already doesn't have any horizontal. And see, that just, no. Yeah, that last one wasn't that bad, but yeah, see, yeah, I'm telling you, it's the first shot. I think it's the first shot recoil that's messing up compensator, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna go with muzzle brake. So my opinion, Muzzle brake will be the barrel, and then you could use all three of these: horizontal, vertical grip, angle, whatever you want. I will actually show all of them again real quick before I go to the DMR and test if it's valid to use anything other than vertical grip. Let's get started. Muzzle with angle, only shooting one mag. This will be muzzle with vertical. Muzzle with vertical. This will be muzzle with horizontal. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It's personal preference at the end of the day. What you're gonna do for your vertical, but I'm telling you, muzzle brake is the best barrel attachment. So this is how I'm gonna say it. I feel like muzzle brake and angle grip is probably the best lineup for the AR-33, just because of the fact that angle grip allows you to reload faster, and this weapon has only 26 rounds. And I think because of that, angle grip just allows you to actually reload quicker, and it gives you the opportunity to pre-fire with the weapon that has less shots than what a normal AR has. So if you don't want to use angle grip and you want perfect straight beaming shots where you're basically going to get headshots probably all day as long as you aim head level, vertical grip is the go-to. I will advise you, if you use vertical grip with muzzle brake, I would play very aggressive. Angle grip would also be aggressive, but it'd be more on the pre-firing end and stuff like that. While vertical grip would be like you find out where they find out where they are and push.
Really?
While horizontal, even though he is a one speed, I honestly will be straightforward to this. I don't think it will. I think it improve it a little bit, but I don't. For this weapon specifically, I don't see it being a valid option. If you use his other AR, the L85A2, then yes, you can use horizontal. I actually already switched mine to horizontal. But me personally, I'm gonna use muzzle brake and angled. If I don't want to use that, it's definitely gonna be muzzle vertical. That is just my clear opinion. So either use angle grip or vertical grip. Your choice. I'm going to use angle grip just because this weapon holds 25, one in the chamber. That's just my go-to now. Let's try this. Let's try horizontal real quick. Not that I really need horizontal on a DMR. I don't see myself running really, so let's see. Okay, see, I don't like doing trigger fingers in the shooting range. I hate it. Cause I'm not gonna try to recoil it. I'm gonna just try to shoot it as fast as possible. Yeah, my hands are killing me tonight. I'm not gonna do the DMR stuff. I'm gonna be honest. DMR reloads at a 3.2 seconds, while the ARs like the L85 and AR-33 both at 3.3 if you're not using angles. So honestly, it does have 21 bullets. So if you want to use angle grip, which we're gonna test it real quick. It's not that bad actually. I honestly don't think this gun has many. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You could probably use it. Yeah, I mean, it's personal preference. I'm gonna be honest. I don't pre-fire with the DMR unless I'm shooting zombie barriers. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stay with vertical. You could use angle though. I think horizontal is useless. That's just my personal belief. Well, let me put the okay. This is already set to horizontal. Okay. I'm gonna stick with the AR-33 with him though. I use suppressor and laser. This is what I use on all my pistols on attack though. That will be it for Thatcher. I hope you guys enjoy, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next attachment guide for the next person, which, if I'm correct, Ash. Yep. Let's get started. So, response, all the attachments are finalized, and let's go to Ash. Okay. Peace.